All right, welcome to section 7.3. We're going to be adding and subtracting rational functions with common denominators, okay? So when we add or subtract, don't forget that we always have to have the same denominator. So if the number on the bottom is the same, we can just do the math. For instance, with this is they both are 15 down on the bottom, so that means we just copy the 15, and we can do x plus 2x, which gives me 3x, okay? But if you enter this into Math Excel, it's going to go wrong, and that's because you can reduce. Remember, 3 and 15 have something in common, which is a 3. 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 15 5 times. So you should be entering in the equation x over 5. All right, another example. You might have something that looks like this. So you can do 8m minus 48 over m minus 6. Okay, and that's literally doing that math. It says subtract, so we're going to do that. Okay, but here's our trick. We always have to check for factoring. 8m and 48m have what we call the GCF, the greatest common factor, which is 8. We're going to pull that out, leaving you m minus 6 over m minus 6. Okay, put those in parentheses, cancel, cancel. So your final answer should be 8. All right, moving on. Let's check this one out. So I'm going to do the math. 5x squared plus 8x minus 41x minus 56. So don't forget that this goes not only to this one, but to this one, all over x minus 8. Okay, then I should have 5x squared minus 33x minus 56 all over x minus 8. And again, here I'm not finished because I'm going to have to check my factoring. Okay, most likely it will simplify because that's how Math Excel has it set up. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to go boom, 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 boom. X, 5x, and x. All right, what makes 56? Well, I need a plus and a minus. And we'll do plus and minus. What makes 56? Well, I'm going to start with 7 and 8 and just test it out. So that would give me 7x, and that would give me minus 40x. And I got the luckiest I've ever gotten because I got this correct the very first time with my pluses and minuses all the same. So I got my negative 33x. So I'm good to go there. All over x minus 8 parentheses. Those cancel, so your final answer is 5x plus 7. Okay, so note all the way through, we have not dropped off our factoring. So remember our factoring, you want in descending order. You want to pull out that greatest common factor. Sometimes you can't pod. It's only pulling out that greatest common factor, and that's perfectly fine. That still means you factored. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. So it's 5x minus 10 over x squared plus 2x minus 8. Okay, again, I'm going to factor. On the top, the numerator, it has a GCF of 5, so I'm going to pull that out, leaving me x minus 2 over. Let's see if I can pod this one up. Okay, x and x. I need a plus and a minus, and 4 and 2. The insides give me a positive 4x. The outsides give me a minus 2x. And therefore, I sum that up to give me a positive 2x. So that means that's all good. I factored that correctly. Probably another hint that you have not factored correctly is something is not canceling. If something's not canceling, you may want to go back and check your factoring. So your final answer will be 5 over x plus 4. All right, our last problem. Okay, so now same denominator, so we can just do straight across math. So I have 2x plus 3 minus x plus 3. So don't forget that minus goes to both items, okay? All over x squared minus x minus 42. Okay, I'm going to simplify. I'm going to combine like terms on top, so that's going to be me x plus 6 all over. And let me try factoring the denominator. So I have x and x. I should have a plus and a minus. What makes 42? Well, 6 and 7. Check the insides, gives me a positive 6x. Outsides gives me a negative 7x. And I sum that up, and that does give me a negative x. So that is all good. Now, again, I'm going to put parentheses around those. As soon as you see really pluses and minuses, you probably should put parentheses around them so you don't cancel things by accident. So I have an x plus 6 on top and the bottom. So my final answer, the x minus 7 is in the denominator, so I need to make sure I have that 1 as a placeholder on top. Okay? It does not become x minus 7, it becomes 1 over x minus 7. X minus 7 stays in the denominator. All right? Continue to practice. Enjoy like terms, because the next one coming up, I believe we're going to have not similar denominators, and so we're going to have to figure out how to deal with those. Email me or ask me questions in class if you have any questions.